Dear children, welcome to 8th history class. Chapter 8, The Guptas and Vardhanas. This year, the Vardhana lesson is dropped as you have studied in 6th standard. Apart from this, we learn the following objectives from the Gupta lesson. 1. The important Gupta rulers and their political achievements. 2. Their contribution to literature and science. 3. The famous rulers, the expansion and growth of Gupta Empire. The Gupta Empire took birth after the Mauryan and Kushana dynasties. After the fall of Mauryas, the northern part of India was ruled by the Kushanas, and the southern part of India was ruled by Shatavahanas. Both these empires came to an end by the mid 3rd century CE. Guptas were feudatory rulers or landlords or sub-rulers under Kushanas. Guptas were ruling in the present Uttar Pradesh and became independent after the decline of Kushanas. Whole North India was united under their rule between 355 CE to 455 CE. Sri Gupta is the founder of Gupta dynasty, ruled from Prayag, and later they made Pataliputra as their capital. Guptas encouraged religion, art, literature, and science. The following sources help us to know much about Guptas. 1. Pillar inscription of Allahabad. 2. Pillar inscription of Mehruli. 3. Vishaka Datta's books like Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta. 4. Rajashekara's poetics. And 5. Kalidasa's literary works. 6. Kaumudi celebration of Vijike. Last, 7th, the writings of Pahyans and Itsing. Chandragupta I is noted as the first historical ruler of Guptas. He married Kumara Devi, the princess of Likhavi. This helped or increased the status of Guptas. The Gupta year began in 319 and 20 CE. Samudragupta, the son of Chandragupta, succeeded. All his achievements are mentioned in Allahabad Prashati, a book written by Harisena in Sanskrit language. Most part of North India came under the control of Samudragupta. His Ashwamedha Yaga is a noted one which brings to mind the Vedic rituals and traditions. Samudragupta was not only a conqueror, a great poet and a lover of music. This can be seen the above mentioned golden coins. Chandragupta II, who succeeded Samudragupta, brought stability. He defeated Sakas and made Western India as a part of the Gupta Empire. He had established a good relationship with other royal families in India through marriage and got a title of Vikramaditya. He gave importance to literature and art, not for the battles. Kalidasa, the famous poet, belonged to this period. He had written many poems like Meghaduta, Raghuvamsha, etc. Mrichakatika of Sudrakha and Mudra Rakshasa of Vishaka Datta were from this period. Gupta dynasty could not rule for several years as they were attacked by Huns several times. Guptas did not have a strong army. Since vassals helped kings at the time of wars and they became very powerful. They had centralized administration. The priestly classes received many grants, even some villages were given to them. Temples were well developed. Landlords started dominating the other professional people. Gupta's economic system were down as their trade relations with the foreigners collapsed. Trade was limited to villages. So city centers collapsed and the capital Pataliputra got reduced to the size of a village. Many devotional and religious activities had taken place. For example, the origin of Puranas and Dharma Shastras, Varahamihira, Bhaskara, Aryabhata, Charakas, and Shushrutas were the great scientists that we find. Astrology, that is the study of stars, and astronomy, the study of planets, and mathematics were their contributions. Charaka wrote Charaka Samhita, Shushruta wrote Shushruta Samhita, which dealt with surgery. These are the some of the contributions of the Gupta rulers. Hope you understood the lesson well. Thank you, children. Have a great day. Bye.